Hello everyone, Bricktician here, and today, to celebrate finally reaching 250 subscribers, I'll be taking a look at the LEGO 90th anniversary Galaxy Explorer set. This set comes with 4 minifigures, 1 buildable robot, and just 1 smaller vehicle, and just kind of a bunch of other stuff. There are alternate builds for this set out there, but this I'm going to be showing what the instructions show to build, and plus that uses all the pieces, and I kind of like this build the best. So this is actually based off the classic Lego Space line, and just kind of celebrate that. We got a long, flat, gray base here, and just kind of built up on top of that. So one thing that's interesting with it is that there are no stickers in this set. It's all prints, which is really nice. Kind of go however way since this is an anniversary set. So yeah, that LL928 is printed, and a lot of things that were printed back in the day, like this arrow back here, is actually built out of bricks. And there's a few, I guess I would say, retire elements in the set that are pretty neat to get like an alternate, bigger brick built version of, like these these horns up here that are built using buckets. So that's pretty clever building technique. Kind of the first play feature to point out is the landing gear. Let me put this thing up like that. Each landing gear can go down here, and they have these Mario plates that it kind of just sits on. Got 2 round discs here, and there's a total of 3 landing gears in the back. So that's pretty neat. I struggle to keep this thing entirely in camera because this thing is really big. So, and it's kind of going on top here. We got some canopies that can open up. These are the same canopies they use on the Ultimate Collector Series X-Wing Fighter. So you got 2 of these in the transparent yellow, which transparent yellow is kind of a harder color to come by now these days. So that's pretty neat. So let's actually take a look at the inside the canopy here. So you got 4 seats there. Like I said, it has 4 minifigures. There's actually 2 red ones, but I have the red one kind of in a secret place that will be shown later. So we've got some printed tiles here, and they are to mimic the 80s kind of Lego brick style, which is kind of cool. Sorry if you see any hairs in this thing. My cat actually really likes this and likes to lay on it, so I tried my best. Got a really cool decal here, the classic Lego Space logo, so that's pretty neat. Back here, if you're looking inside, we got 2 beds. Let me try to get a better angle there. And that we can take a space minifigure, then actually just lay them down inside the bed, and their air tanks kind of go into that slot there. So that's pretty neat. Got more printing on that side. Then you got a sliding door in the back there. Here's a robot. We'll take him out and take a closer look at him when we take a look at the minifigures. Start moving them. And let me just flip this around to the other side so you can get the other side and see the details there. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Another bit of play feature, just kind of on the outside here, is that these engines actually are supposed to come off, but they don't come off that easily. They tend to take a little bit of the ship with them, because like these clips are actually supposed to stay down there. And then you get kind of a rocket vehicle. Let me grab my red space guy again, and yeah, he basically sits on top there. Put the these up, and yeah, he can technically drive it this way. But I guess this will work in space, but you better make sure he has a seatbelt because you don't want to lose this thing. Looking closer, you can see that these back, you got red transparent piece there to kind of represent the thrusters. We got a basket piece here in gray to kind of simulate kind of a cone. So yeah, it's pretty fun, and both of these do come off, but like I said, they're a little bit of a pain to get off. Like this is definitely a display piece. You're not going to see a kid easily flying this thing around the house. So, yep, there's that. So going back here, both sides actually have a storage section here. But the thing is, once you get the storage piece in there, it's a little bit difficult to get out. So I'll have to use like the antenna of the robot to get it out. And yeah, it's basically just an extra pair of black air tanks. So, and goes right back in there. Then let's jump over to the other side, and I can show you that feature. Or what's in here. And once again, it's just a little difficult to get out, so I'm gonna have to take off the door. Yeah, it's just like it's such a small thing, and it just doesn't come out too easy. There we go. So it comes with these minifigure accessories that are just kind of landing lenses. I kind of see them in my eye. You got a red one and a green one, and yeah, they just both fit in there. It's gonna take me a second to fix it, but yeah, so I don't really bring those out. They're there, just a little bit of extra. So where did my green one go? Oh, it's on there. But yeah, there's just kind of some tight spaces, and just like the original model is smaller. I never got to see the smaller one in person, so it'll be kind of interesting to see. So in the back here, got some more thrusters, and I'm going to finally show you probably the coolest play feature part of this build. So both of these split open, and there's our third red space guy. So you lower the loading ramp here, and then you can pull this out and drop it, and it just goes rolling out. On the inside, you got a walkie-talkie on that side, and on the other, you got a wrench. And yeah, both of these just kind of swing open. And here we got a sliding door so you can get into the rest of the ship. And you can see the yellow tint that the visors provide. So, but the thing is, this thing doesn't stay that close. It tends to like to wander quite a bit. And also, this wall is actually angled forward because it actually lines up with the rest of the, I guess, main body of the build. And it just kind of, everything's leaning forward in it. But showing off this little vehicle real quickly, got some nice red wheels. Just kind of nice little moon buggy, as I call it. So, yeah, just it's pretty neat. Just kind of this paint to roll back up because you got to hold it there, lift this plate back in, and push it in, and you can close it off again. So that's pretty fun. So let's start taking a look at the minifigures, shall we? There are two different types of minifigures. You have the red space guy and the white space guy. I kind of wish we got some other colors just so we can start building up those. I could build up those libraries more. But since there are two of each, I think I'm just going to show off each one. So first off here, we have the classic white space guy. This is kind of your typical astronaut. He has the classic space logo in the gold and red color. There was a all white printing earlier on to it until they upgraded. Pretty basic figure. He has the same, basically it's a duplicate model, not the same exact molding for the helmet as classic space, because this one has been updated to hopefully prevent the cracking in the front of the mask like you see in the Lego movie with Benny. So pretty basic figure, the smiley face and all that. So he goes right back in there. Next up, let's take a look at the red one. So here's the red, basically exactly the same, just base color differences. He actually looks pretty vibrant here. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Let me put him back. One thing, I'll talk about that later. Then lastly, we got the robot. I kind of have to put him back together because he does not want to stay together that well. So a little bit sad part there. Like he's holding two clear cups. Yeah, as you can see, he kind of just has a base of a 2x2 round plate, and it's just kind of a simple built robot. I just usually, my stand just broke. But I just usually keep him in the ship because I don't care for him too much. So I'm going to take that off. And one thing that I also do kind of with mine, one thing you got to be careful of with the canopies is that this section that actually keeps them together wants to pop off, or both of them. So yeah, just put the robot right back in there, and his eyes just popped off, which, yeah, that is kind of one of the big frustrations of it. And I tend to keep my other space people in with the set too. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think of the set? Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And thank you for subscribing to get me to 250. And yeah, so I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.